You don't have to be rich to start, but you have to start to be rich. What if I told you that becoming a millionaire in 1 year is more possible than you think? Most people believe that wealth is only for the lucky, the privileged, or those born into the right circumstances. But the truth is, wealth is built, not wished for. It's not about luck, it's about strategy, mindset, and execution. The reason most people stay stuck in financial struggle isn't because they lack talent or intelligence, it's because they never fully commit to the process. They dream about success, but they never take the massive focused action required to achieve it. The good news, if you're willing to shift your mindset, develop the right skills, and take decisive action, you can create financial success faster than you ever imagined. Millionaires aren't special. They just follow specific, repeatable principles that allow them to multiply their wealth and opportunities. And today, I'm going to share with you the 10 key strategies that can help you achieve millionaire status in just 12 months. Stay with me for the next few minutes as I break down the exact steps you need to take, the mistakes to avoid, and how you can transform your financial future starting right now. Let's dive in. Number 1, the decision that changes everything. Most people never become millionaires because they never make a real decision to do so. They dream about wealth. They wish for financial freedom. But when it comes down to taking action, they hesitate. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or some external force to push them forward. But here's the truth. Success doesn't wait for anyone. The moment you make an unshakable decision, where failure is no longer an option, is the moment your life begins to change. A true decision is not just saying, I want to be rich. It's about cutting off all other options and fully committing to the path ahead. The word decision comes from the Latin root decider, which means to cut off. When you make a decision, you cut off excuses, doubts, and the comfort of mediocrity. This is what separates the wealthy from those who only talk about success. Millionaires don't hope to make money. They decide to make it happen, no matter what. Think about your life right now. Are you waiting for the right time? Are you blaming your circumstances? The truth is, there will never be a perfect time. There will always be obstacles, challenges, and fears. But the people who achieve extraordinary success are the ones who decide anyway. They take control of their destiny instead of waiting for it to be handed to them. Take the story of someone who went from nothing to millions. Maybe it's an entrepreneur who started from a garage, a self-made investor, or a salesperson who transformed their financial future. What they all have in common is that one pivotal moment where they said, "Enough is enough, I will do whatever it takes." That decision became the fuel that drove them through every setback, failure, and challenge, until they reached success. Now here's where most people get stuck. Fear of failure. They think, what if I make the decision and I fail? But failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Every successful person has failed more times than they can count, but they refuse to let failure stop them. The real failure is never starting. So ask yourself, what if today was the day everything changed? What if right now you decided that nothing will stop you from reaching your financial goal? Imagine a year from now looking back at this very moment and realizing that this was the decision that set you on the path to becoming a millionaire. But if you don't decide today, what happens? Nothing. A year will pass and you'll still be in the same place, wondering why life hasn't changed. That's the price of indecision. Wasted time, missed opportunities, and untapped potential. Now it's your turn. Make the decision. Write it down. Say it out loud. Commit to it. From this moment forward, your financial future is in your hands. The journey starts now. Number 2, setting an unstoppable financial goal. Success doesn't happen by accident. Every millionaire you admire, every financially successful person you see, got to where they are by setting clear, specific goals and relentlessly pursuing them. Yet, most people fail because they set vague goals like, I want to be rich, or I want to make more money. But what does rich mean? How much is more? Without a clear financial target, you have no direction, and without direction, you'll end up nowhere. Imagine getting into a car with no destination. You drive aimlessly, hoping you'll end up somewhere great. But instead, you waste time, gas, and energy. That's exactly how most people approach wealth. They drift, they hustle, they work hard, but they don't move toward anything specific. Millionaires don't operate this way. They set precise goals that guide their actions every single day. If your goal is to become a millionaire in 1 year, You must define exactly how much money you need to make per month, per week, and per day. $1 million in a year means approximately $83,333 per month, $19,230 per week, or $2,739 per day. Now, instead of just saying, "I want to be rich," you have a measurable target that tells you exactly what you need to aim for. Once you set your financial goal, the next step is reverse engineering the process. How will you generate that income? Will it come from one high-value business, multiple income streams, investments, or a combination of strategies? If you're selling a product or service, how many units or clients do you need per month to hit your goal? This is how successful entrepreneurs think. They don't just set goals, they break them down into actionable steps. Another critical factor in goal setting is writing it down. Studies have shown that people who write down their goals are significantly more likely to achieve them. There is power in putting your financial target on paper, making it real and reviewing it daily. But don't just write down your goal, visualize it. Picture yourself already achieving it. Imagine how your life will change when you reach that $1 million milestone. Visualization primes your subconscious mind to look for opportunities and take action toward your goal. But here's the challenge. Your goal must be specific and deeply meaningful to you. If you're chasing $1 million just because it sounds good, you won't have the motivation to push through when things get tough. Ask yourself, why do I want to be a millionaire? Is it for financial freedom, security for your family, the ability to travel, or to build something bigger than yourself? When you have a compelling reason, your motivation becomes unstoppable. However, setting the goal is just the beginning. The real work is in the execution. Millionaires don't just hope their goals come true. They take consistent, focused action every single day. This is where most people fail. They set a big goal, get excited for a few days, and then lose momentum. But success doesn't come from excitement. It comes from daily commitment. Think of it like going to the gym. If you work out once, nothing changes. If you work out consistently for months, you transform your body. The same is true for your finances. Your wealth won't grow from a single action. It will grow from repeated efforts, smart decisions, and constant learning. Lastly, be prepared for setbacks. No journey to $1 million is smooth. There will be failures, unexpected expenses, and challenges you didn't see coming. But setbacks don't mean your goal is impossible. They're just part of the process. The key is to adjust, not quit. If something isn't working, change your approach, but never change the goal. Right now, you have a choice. You can continue drifting without a clear financial direction, or you can take control of your future. Decide today. Set your financial goal, break it down, write it down, and commit to taking action every day. This is how millionaires are made. Number 3, the money-making skill formula. If you want to become a millionaire in 1 year, there is one undeniable truth you must understand. Money follows skills, not dreams. Most people hope for wealth, but they never develop the skills that create value in the marketplace. That's why they struggle financially. Money isn't some mystical force that appears out of nowhere. It is exchanged for value, and the more value you provide, the more money you make. The difference between someone making $50,000 a year and someone making $1 million a year is not luck, connections, or even intelligence. It's the level of skill they bring to the table. Think about the world's highest paid individuals, entrepreneurs, top salespeople, investors, business owners. What do they all have in common? They have mastered a skill that allows them to generate massive income. Skills are the foundation of wealth. And the good news is, anyone can develop them. No one is born a master at sales, marketing, investing, or leadership. These are learnable, trainable, and scalable skills. If you focus on developing high-income skills, your path to $1 million will be much faster. So what are the skills that will take you to millionaire status? While there are many, the most powerful ones fall into 5 major categories. Sales and persuasion are at the top of the list, because the ability to sell anything to anyone is a guaranteed way to generate wealth. This includes direct sales, copywriting, negotiation, and closing deals. Digital marketing is another powerful skill, as understanding how to market products or services online through social media, ads, and email marketing creates limitless financial potential. Investing in wealth management are crucial because knowing how to grow money through stocks, real estate, or business acquisitions ensures long-term financial success. Business and leadership skills allow you to run and scale a company lead teams, and build systems that create financial independence. Lastly, problem solving and innovation give you the ability to identify opportunities, create solutions, and build something valuable from nothing. The question is, which skill will you commit to mastering? The biggest mistake people make is trying to learn everything at once. They jump from one opportunity to another without developing deep expertise in any one area. But millionaires know that mastery comes from intense focus on one high-income skill. The goal is to become world-class in something valuable, because expertise is what makes you irreplaceable and highly paid. Now, how do you actually learn and apply a high-income skill? The answer is immersion and execution. Learning is important, but action is everything. The fastest way to master any skill is to start practicing it immediately. If you want to learn sales, start selling something today. If you want to learn digital marketing, run a campaign today. If you want to invest, put money in the market today. Millionaires don't wait until they feel ready. They take action, make mistakes, and learn from experience. For the first 30 days, focus on learning intensely. Read books, take online courses, watch tutorials, and study experts in the field. Absorb knowledge like a sponge, but don't just consume. Take notes, write down key strategies, and prepare to apply them. The next 30 days should be dedicated to immediate action. If you're learning sales, start making calls and pitching. If you're learning marketing, start running ads or building content. If you're learning investing, start with a small amount of money and track your decisions. In the final 30 days, refine and scale your skills. Analyze what's working and improve your process. Get feedback from experts and mentors, and scale your efforts by increasing your volume or expanding into bigger opportunities. By the end of 90 days, you will have real-world experience, confidence, and results. Most people never take action because they fear failure. But failure is not the enemy, inactivity is. Every millionaire has failed more times than they can count. The difference is, they kept going until they mastered their craft. Another powerful way to accelerate skill development is surrounding yourself with people who are already successful in that area. If you want to become a world-class marketer, spend time with top marketers. If you want to be a great investor, study under investors. Your environment directly influences your growth, and proximity to success speeds up success. The most financially successful people in the world didn't just stumble into wealth. They built the skills that created opportunities. You don't need a college degree. You don't need a fancy background. You just need to commit to becoming excellent at something valuable. When you do, money will follow you wherever you go. So now, it's time to decide. Which skill will you master? Write it down. Commit to it, learn, execute, improve, and repeat. This one decision could be the turning point in your journey to becoming a millionaire in just 1 year. Number 4, mastering the 10x time system. Time is the most valuable asset you have, yet most people treat it as if it's unlimited. They waste hours scrolling through social media, watching TV, or engaging in activities that bring no real value to their future. The difference between millionaires and the average person isn't just in the money they make, it's in how they use their time. If you want to become a millionaire in 1 year, you must learn to master time like the wealthy do. Every minute must be allocated to actions that move you closer to your financial goal. Most people say, I don't have enough time. But the truth is, you don't need more time. You need better time management. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day, yet some people make millions while others barely get by. It's not about how much time you have, but how effectively you use it. The secret is to apply the 10x time system, a strategy used by high achievers to maximize productivity, eliminate distractions, and focus on what truly matters. One of the most powerful concepts in time management is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. It states that 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. This means that not all tasks are equal. Some activities generate high income and massive progress, while others keep you busy but bring little to no financial return. The key is to identify the high-impact 20% of actions that bring the biggest results and spend the majority of your time doing those things. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, 80% of your revenue likely comes from 20% of your clients or products. If you're in sales, 20% of your efforts probably lead to 80% of your deals. Once you recognize this, you must ruthlessly eliminate or delegate the tasks that don't contribute to your financial goal and double down on the actions that do. This is what separates millionaires from those who remain stuck in an endless cycle of busy work. Another crucial part of the 10x time system is time blocking, scheduling specific periods for focused work and eliminating distractions during those times. Most people let the day control them instead of taking control of their day. They wake up, react to messages, browse the internet, and get pulled in 100 different directions. But millionaires plan their day with precision. They set aside dedicated time blocks for their most important activities and protect those hours like their financial future depends on it. Because it does. The no 0 days rule is another strategy that guarantees progress. A 0 day is a day where you do nothing toward your goal. Successful people eliminate 0 days completely. Even if they can only put in 10 or 15 minutes, they make sure they are taking action daily. Because momentum is everything. When you take small actions consistently, they compound over time and lead to massive results. If you waste even one day, it becomes easier to waste another. And before you know it, an entire week or month is gone. But when you commit to doing something every single day, even on your busiest days, success becomes inevitable. Another mistake people make is saying yes to everything. Millionaires protect their time by saying no to distractions, unnecessary meetings, and things that don't align with their financial goals. They understand that every time they say yes to something unimportant, they are saying no to something that could be making them money. This is why you need to audit your daily activities and ask yourself, is this getting me closer to my goal? If the answer is no, stop doing it. The next major principle is speed of execution. The faster you act, the faster you get results. Most people spend weeks or months planning, overthinking, and doubting themselves. But millionaires know that action beats perfection. They don't wait for the perfect time because they know it will never come. Instead, they execute quickly, make adjustments along the way, and refine their strategy based on real-world results. If you want to make $1 million in 1 year, you must adopt a sense of urgency. Every wasted hour is money lost. You must act as if your financial future depends on how productive you are today, because it does. Success loves speed. The people who take massive action and move fast will always outpace those who hesitate. The 10x time system also includes energy management. It's not just about working long hours, it's about working efficiently. You must take care of your health, sleep well, eat nutritious food, and exercise. Because a strong body fuels a strong mind. Many people think grinding 16 hours a day is the key to success, but exhaustion leads to burnout, and burnout leads to failure. The real secret is working intensely for shorter periods and taking strategic breaks to maintain high energy levels throughout the day. Now let's put it all together. To master your time like a millionaire, you need to focus on high-impact tasks. Eliminate distractions, time block your day, eliminate 0 days, say no to non-essential activities, execute quickly, and manage your energy effectively. When you combine all of these principles, you'll find that you can accomplish in months what most people take years to achieve. Time is the only resource you can never get back. If you waste it, it's gone forever. But if you use it wisely, it will become the foundation of your financial success. From this moment on, treat every minute as if it's worth thousands of dollars, because it is. If you start applying these strategies today, by this time next year, you won't just be more productive, you'll be a millionaire. Number 5. Creating multiple streams of wealth. If you're relying on just one source of income, you are financially vulnerable. The truth is, millionaires don't depend on a single paycheck or one business venture. They create multiple streams of income that allow them to build wealth faster and protect themselves from financial setbacks. If one income stream slows down, they have others working for them, ensuring their financial growth never stops. This is a fundamental difference between those who struggle financially and those who thrive. If you want to make $1 million in a year, you must stop thinking like an employee who lives paycheck to paycheck and start thinking like an entrepreneur who builds multiple income-generating systems. The average millionaire has at least 3 to 7 streams of income. This isn't by accident. Wealthy people understand that having money come in from multiple directions increases financial stability, reduces risk, and accelerates wealth building. The key is to diversify your income sources while keeping your focus on scalable and high-return opportunities. Most people fail to achieve financial success because they rely on a single paycheck, trading their time for money. If they lose their job or their main source of income dries up, they have nothing to fall back on. Millionaires don't make that mistake. They create multiple ways for money to flow into their lives, and they do it strategically. The first step in building multiple income streams is identifying where your money can come from. There are 3 main types of income: active income, passive income, and scalable income. Active income is the money you make from working, whether it's a salary, freelancing, or running a service-based business. Passive income is money that comes in with minimal effort after the initial setup, such as rental income, dividends from stocks, royalties, or automated online businesses. Scalable income is the most powerful because it allows you to grow your earnings exponentially without increasing the time you invest. This includes owning a business, selling digital products, creating an online course, or investing in assets that multiply over time. To reach millionaire status in 1 year, you need to combine these income types strategically. You should always have one primary source of income that brings in consistent cash flow. This could be your job, your business, or high-paying freelance work. However, instead of spending all your earnings, you must take that money and invest it into passive and scalable income streams. This is where wealth building happens. Most people spend what they earn, but millionaires reinvest a large percentage of their income into money-generating assets. For example, let's say you start with a job or a freelance skill that brings in $5,000 a month. Instead of spending all of it, you reinvest 50% into launching an online business or buying stocks that generate dividends. Over time, this additional income starts growing. And before you know it, you have money coming in from multiple sources. The secret is using your active income to fund passive and scalable income streams, so that eventually you don't have to work for money. Money works for you. One of the fastest ways to create multiple income streams is through online businesses and digital assets. The internet has made it easier than ever to start an income-generating business with minimal investment. Selling digital products, running an e-commerce store, creating an affiliate marketing website, or monetizing content on social media are all ways to generate income without needing physical inventory or a huge upfront cost. The best part? These income streams can be automated, meaning they make money even when you're not actively working. Investing is another key component of wealth building. While starting a business can generate high returns, smart investing allows you to multiply your money without trading time for it. The stock market, real estate, and cryptocurrency are popular investment options that have created countless millionaires. The goal is to build an investment portfolio that generates cash flow, so you're earning money whether you work or not. Millionaires don't just save money, they make their money work for them by investing it in appreciating assets. Real estate is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools because it provides both passive income and long-term growth. Buying rental properties, investing in real estate funds, or even flipping houses are ways to create additional streams of income while building net worth. Many millionaires started with just one property and leveraged their earnings to buy more, eventually creating a real estate empire that pays them consistently. Another important mindset shift is learning how to automate and delegate your income streams. You don't have to personally manage every business or investment you create. Wealthy people use systems, automation, and teams to ensure their income continues to grow without requiring their constant attention. This is why some people work 80 hours a week and struggle financially, while others work a fraction of the time and earn exponentially more. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and leveraging opportunities that multiply your wealth. To start building multiple income streams, take a close look at your current financial situation. What is your primary income source? How much of it can you reinvest into passive or scalable opportunities? What are the fastest ways you can create a secondary income stream without requiring more of your time? Once you identify the opportunities that align with your skills and resources, commit to building at least 3 income streams over the next 12 months. Building wealth isn't about making one lucky move. It's about creating multiple predictable, sustainable sources of income that compound over time. The sooner you start, the faster you'll create a financial safety net that protects you from uncertainty and allows you to scale your earnings exponentially. Millionaires don't wait for opportunities, they create them. Now it's your turn. Start today. Build your first additional income stream and watch how your wealth multiplies in ways you never imagined. Number 6. The Wealth Accelerator Blueprint. Making $1 million in 1 year is not just about working hard. It's about working strategically and accelerating your income. Most people believe that wealth is built slowly over decades, but that's only true if you follow traditional financial advice. If you want fast-track success, you need a wealth acceleration blueprint, a system that allows you to generate, multiply, and sustain high levels of income in the shortest possible time. Wealthy individuals don't just rely on income alone. They leverage opportunities, resources, and systems to scale their earnings exponentially. The first key to acceleration is high-ticket income generation. The fastest way to hit $1 million is not by selling something cheap to thousands of people. It's by selling something valuable to a smaller targeted group at a high price. Most people think they need millions of customers to make millions of dollars. But the truth is, you only need the right high-value offer. If you sell a $1,000 product, you need only 1,000 customers to hit $1 million. If you offer a $10,000 service, you only need 100 clients. The mistake many people make is pricing their value too low and trying to sell to everyone instead of focusing on premium pricing and targeted selling. One of the fastest growing high-ticket industries is coaching, consulting, and digital education. If you have expertise in any field, you can package that knowledge into a premium course, membership program, or one-on-one coaching service and charge thousands per client. The knowledge economy is booming, and people are willing to pay for specialized solutions that help them reach their goals faster. Whether it's business, fitness, mindset, finance, or a niche industry, positioning yourself as an authority and selling high-value information products is one of the most effective ways to accelerate wealth. Another wealth accelerator is scalable business models. If your income is tied to time, such as a job or service-based business, you'll always be limited by how many hours you can work. The key to making more money in less time is leveraging automation, outsourcing, and digital systems that generate revenue without needing your constant effort. E-commerce, subscription-based businesses, affiliate marketing, and digital asset creation are all examples of scalable models where the effort you put in today can continue paying you for months or even years. Think about the difference between a freelancer and an online course creator. A freelancer trades time for money. They only earn when they work. An online course creator builds a product once and can sell it repeatedly, generating passive income. The second model is scalable, allowing for exponential income growth with minimal extra effort. This is why wealthy individuals focus on building assets that make money for them instead of just working harder. One of the most powerful accelerators for wealth is leveraging other people's money and resources. Many of the world's most successful entrepreneurs didn't use their own money to build businesses. They used investor capital, loans, partnerships, or crowdfunding to scale rapidly. The key is understanding that you don't have to do everything alone. If you have a profitable idea but lack capital, find an investor. If you lack experience in an area, partner with someone who has the knowledge you need. Wealth is built through strategic collaboration and resourcefulness. Wealth acceleration also requires speed of execution. The difference between those who get rich fast and those who stay stuck is how quickly they act on opportunities. Most people wait, overthink, and analyze until the opportunity passes. Millionaires move fast. They don't waste months planning. They execute immediately. Learn from real-world feedback and adjust as they go. If you have a business idea, launch it today. If you want to start investing, put money in the market now. If you want to learn a high-income skill, start practicing this week. The faster you take action, the faster you'll see results. Another essential accelerator is networking and mentorship. Trying to figure everything out alone is the slow path to success. Wealthy people learn from those who have already achieved what they want. They seek out mentors, join mastermind groups, and connect with high-level individuals who can open doors. If you surround yourself with people who are already financially successful, you'll absorb their knowledge, mindset, and strategies much faster than if you try to do it alone. This is why proximity to success speeds up success. Many people believe making money is all about hard work, but it's also about positioning and timing. Wealth accelerators work best when they are aligned with emerging trends and market demand. The fastest growing industries right now include AI, blockchain, digital marketing, online education, and renewable energy. If you position yourself in a high-growth industry, your potential for making money quickly increases dramatically. The key is to stay ahead of the curve, adapt to new opportunities, and take action before the market is saturated. To truly accelerate your path to $1 million, you must also focus on eliminating financial bottlenecks. Many people don't reach financial success because they waste money on unnecessary expenses, keep too much cash in savings instead of investing, or fail to delegate low-value tasks. Millionaires optimize their cash flow by investing in income-producing assets, cutting financial waste, and reinvesting profits into scalable opportunities. Now it's time for action. If you want to make $1 million in a year, You must stop following slow, outdated financial strategies and start applying wealth acceleration principles. Sell high-ticket products instead of cheap ones. Build scalable income streams instead of trading time for money. Leverage other people's resources instead of relying only on your own. Execute quickly instead of waiting. And surround yourself with successful individuals who can guide your journey. Success isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to those who think bigger, act faster, and execute smarter. The only thing standing between you and millionaire status is how quickly and strategically you move. Start now, apply these principles, and watch how your wealth accelerates faster than you ever imagined. Number 7, millionaire networking and mentorship. Success is never a solo journey. Every millionaire, every highly successful entrepreneur, and every influential leader has had one thing in common. They didn't do it alone. The fastest way to accelerate your success and reach millionaire status in 1 year is to surround yourself with the right people. Who you spend time with has a direct impact on your mindset, your opportunities, and ultimately, your wealth. If you are surrounded by people who think small, complain about life, and settle for mediocrity, then no matter how hard you try, their mindset will pull you down. But if you put yourself in an environment where people are constantly pushing limits, taking action, and thinking on a higher level, you will automatically start operating at a higher frequency. The old saying, "Your network is your net worth," is not just a cliche, it is a truth that separates those who struggle from those who thrive. The people you associate with influence your beliefs, habits, and even your financial decisions. If you spend your time with millionaires, entrepreneurs, and high achievers, you will start thinking, acting, and operating like them. But if you stay surrounded by people who complain about money, fear, risk, and doubt themselves, you will subconsciously adopt their limitations. This is why it is crucial to intentionally build your network and connect with those who can elevate your financial journey. The first step in networking like a millionaire is identifying the right people. There are 5 types of people you need in your circle: mentors, peers, investors, action takers, and visionaries. Mentors are individuals who have already achieved what you're striving for. They have made the mistakes, learned the lessons, and can guide you towards success faster. Peers are people at the same level as you but are driven, ambitious, and focused on similar goals. They keep you accountable, motivated, and constantly improving. Investors are people who have the financial resources to support your business, ideas, or projects. Action takers are the ones who execute, move fast, and push you to take immediate action instead of overthinking. And finally, visionaries are those who think beyond limits, see opportunities before they become mainstream, and inspire you to think bigger than you ever imagined. One of the most powerful ways to grow your network is to put yourself in the right rooms. You won't meet successful people by staying in your comfort zone, hanging out in the same places, or engaging in conversations that add no value. You must go where success is happening: business conferences, mastermind groups, high-level networking events, entrepreneurial meetups, and industry gatherings. When you surround yourself with individuals who are already achieving at a higher level, their mindset and habits will naturally rub off on you. But networking is not just about meeting people, it's about building real relationships. The biggest mistake people make when trying to connect with successful individuals is that they approach relationships with a take mentality. They ask for favors, seek opportunities, or expect handouts without offering anything in return. But wealthy, successful people don't build relationships based on transactions. They build them based on mutual value. If you want to connect with high achievers, you need to bring something to the table. This could be skills, knowledge, connections, or even just an exceptional work ethic. Instead of asking, "How can this person help me?" ask yourself, "How can I add value to this person?" When you give first, you naturally build trust and long-term relationships that will open doors for you in the future. Mentorship is another game changer on the path to wealth. You don't need to figure everything out on your own when there are people who have already done it. A good mentor can shave years off your learning curve and help you avoid costly mistakes. They provide guidance, introduce you to opportunities, and hold you to a higher standard. The challenge is, most people don't know how to find or approach a mentor. The secret is simple. Mentors help people who take action. They don't waste time on those who only talk about success, but never execute. If you want a mentor, prove that you are serious. Show them you are committed, willing to learn, and ready to put in the work. Invest in mentorship programs, seek out industry leaders, and connect with those who align with your goals. Your network also determines the opportunities you have access to. Many of the best deals, investments, and partnerships never get advertised publicly. They happen behind closed doors, within high-value circles. When you build relationships with successful individuals, you gain access to insider knowledge, early-stage investment opportunities, and business deals that can accelerate your wealth in ways you never imagined. This is why expanding your network is one of the smartest financial moves you can make. Another crucial element of millionaire networking is learning the art of effective communication. You must learn how to present yourself with confidence, articulate your vision, and connect with others on a deeper level. Success is not just about what you know, it's about who knows you, trusts you, and wants to do business with you. People do business with those they like, trust, and respect. When you develop strong communication skills, you become someone people want to work with, invest in, and collaborate with. Now let's talk about removing toxic influences. Just as important as surrounding yourself with the right people is removing the wrong ones. If you have friends, family members, or colleagues who constantly complain, doubt your goals, or try to pull you down, you must distance yourself. You don't have to cut people off completely, but you do need to limit your exposure to negativity. Protect your mindset at all costs because a negative environment will kill your success before you even start. At the end of the day, your financial future is a direct reflection of the people you associate with. If you want to be a millionaire in 1 year, you must actively and intentionally build a network that supports your vision. Surround yourself with action takers, high achievers, and mentors who push you to be better. Join the right communities, attend the right events, and engage in conversations that challenge you to think bigger. Success leaves clues, and when you are in the right environment, you will absorb the mindset, habits, and strategies that lead to wealth. Now take action. Identify 5 people you need in your circle, reach out to a mentor, attend a high-level event, and start adding value to the right relationships. The connections you build today will determine the financial success you achieve tomorrow. Millionaires are not self-made. They are network-made. It's time to start building yours. Number 8, financial discipline and smart money management. Making $1 million in 1 year is not just about earning money. It's about keeping and multiplying it. The reason most people never build wealth isn't because they don't make enough money, but because they don't manage it correctly. It doesn't matter if you earn $10,000 a month or $100,000 a month. If you lack financial discipline, you will always struggle. Look at lottery winners, athletes, and celebrities who made millions but ended up broke. They didn't lose money because they weren't earning enough. They lost it because they never learned how to control, invest, and grow their wealth. If you want to become a millionaire and stay a millionaire, you need to master financial discipline and smart money management. The first rule of financial success is paying yourself first. This means before you spend a dime on bills, entertainment, or unnecessary expenses, you set aside money for investing and saving. Most people do the opposite. They spend their income first and then try to save whatever is left. But wealth is built by reversing this process. Every dollar you earn should be allocated intentionally so that your money starts working for you instead of disappearing on things that don't generate returns. One of the best strategies for managing money like a millionaire is the 50-30-20 rule, adjusted for rapid wealth building. In a typical budgeting system, people allocate 50% to necessities, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and investments. But if you want to become a millionaire in a year, you need a more aggressive strategy. Instead of spending half of your income on living expenses, aim to reduce your expenses and increase your investments. A better system for wealth acceleration would be 40% investments, 30% reinvestment into business or skill development, 20% living expenses, and 10% fun. This means you prioritize growing your money first, rather than living for temporary pleasure. Another essential rule of financial discipline is avoiding lifestyle inflation. Most people make the mistake of upgrading their lifestyle as soon as they start making more money. They buy a bigger house, a nicer car, more expensive clothes, and suddenly their expenses rise as fast as their income. The problem with this is that it keeps them trapped in a cycle of earning and spending, instead of earning and growing. Millionaires who stay rich understand that building wealth is about accumulating assets, not liabilities. Instead of increasing expenses, they focus on increasing their investments. They live below their means until their assets are generating enough passive income to fund their lifestyle without working. One of the biggest threats to financial growth is impulse spending and unnecessary debt. Credit cards, loans, and unnecessary financial commitments destroy wealth when they are used to fund luxury purchases instead of smart investments. Millionaires use debt as a tool, not a trap. They leverage good debt, loans used for income-producing assets like real estate or business investments, but avoid bad debt, such as financing cars, vacations, and luxury items they can't truly afford. If you are carrying high-interest credit card debt, paying it off should be your priority. The interest you pay on unnecessary debt keeps you financially enslaved, making banks rich while keeping you poor. Another powerful financial discipline strategy is automating your wealth-building process. Instead of relying on willpower to save and invest, set up automatic transfers that move a portion of your income directly into investment accounts, savings, or business growth funds. When your wealth building happens automatically, it removes the temptation to spend money impulsively. This is how the rich ensure that every month their money is working for them before they ever touch it. Smart money management also means understanding taxes and legal financial structures. One reason millionaires keep more money than the average person is that they use legal tax strategies to reduce their taxable income. The wealthy don't just make money, they protect it using tax-efficient investments, business structures, and financial planning. Learning how to minimize taxes legally through business write-offs, investments, and asset protection is one of the fastest ways to keep more of what you earn. A major shift you need to make is moving from a consumer mindset to an investor mindset. Poor and middle-class individuals spend their money on things that lose value, expensive clothes, luxury cars, entertainment, and gadgets. Millionaires spend their money on assets that grow in value, stocks, real estate, businesses, intellectual property, and income-generating systems. Every time you spend money, ask yourself, is this making me richer or poorer? If it's not adding to your wealth, reconsider the purchase. One of the simplest and most effective money management principles is tracking your financial progress. If you don't measure where your money is going, you'll never have control over it. Millionaires review their finances weekly and monthly, tracking their income, expenses, investments, and net worth. They know exactly how much money is coming in and where it's going. Without tracking, it's easy to fall into financial chaos, where money disappears without explanation. If you don't have a system for tracking your finances, start today. Even a simple spreadsheet or financial app can help you stay in control of your money and ensure that every dollar is working toward your wealth-building goals. Another critical factor in financial discipline is patience and delayed gratification. Many people fail to build wealth because they seek instant rewards instead of long-term success. They spend money recklessly, looking for short-term pleasure instead of financial security. But every millionaire understands that short-term sacrifices lead to long-term freedom. The money you invest today can create financial independence in the future. If you're always chasing instant gratification, you will struggle financially forever. But if you develop the discipline to delay unnecessary purchases, reinvest profits, and focus on building assets, you will create wealth that lasts. Now take a moment to reflect on your current financial habits. Are you investing enough of your income? Are you controlling expenses? Are you eliminating unnecessary debt and reinvesting your money wisely? If not, this is the time to change. Becoming a millionaire isn't just about how much money you make. It's about how well you manage, multiply, and sustain it. Wealth isn't built overnight, but with strict financial discipline, intentional money management, and a commitment to growth, you can ensure that once you hit $1 million, you never go back to financial struggle again. Starting today, take full control of your finances. Automate your savings and investments, eliminate bad debt, reduce unnecessary spending, and track your financial growth consistently. The difference between people who make money and those who stay wealthy is how they handle their money. Choose to handle it like a future millionaire. Number 9, tracking progress and adapting for maximum growth. Success is not just about setting goals and taking action. It's about continuously measuring your progress, making adjustments, and staying on track. Most people start with motivation, but they don't track their growth. They make efforts, but without a clear way to measure what's working and what isn't. They end up repeating the same mistakes, wasting time and slowing down their financial progress. If you want to become a millionaire in 1 year, you must treat your financial journey like a scientific experiment. Analyze what's working, cut out what's not, and double down on what brings results. The biggest mistake people make is operating blindly, assuming that because they're busy, they're making progress. But being busy doesn't mean being productive. Millionaires don't just work hard, They track every action, every dollar, and every strategy to ensure that they are moving forward. If you aren't measuring your progress, you could be making the same financial mistakes over and over without realizing it. The key to reaching your goal is to be aware of exactly where you stand at all times. Start by tracking your income streams. If your goal is to make $1 million in a year, you need to know where your money is coming from, how much each income stream contributes, and which ones need more attention. Are your business profits growing? Are your investments increasing in value? Are your sales improving? If you don't monitor these numbers, you won't know where to focus your energy. Successful people don't just hope for financial growth. They actively measure their numbers to ensure that they are moving in the right direction. Tracking your expenses and financial habits is just as important. If you're making money but spending it carelessly, you're sabotaging your progress. Many people earn good money but remain broke because they don't control their spending. Millionaires don't just make money, they manage and optimize it. They track their expenses and ask, is this purchase bringing me closer to my financial goal, or is it slowing me down? If you don't know where your money is going, you're risking financial failure. Keep a detailed record of every dollar you spend and eliminate unnecessary expenses that do not contribute to wealth building. Another key factor in tracking progress is setting and reviewing financial milestones. Instead of just saying, I want to make $1 million, break it down into smaller, measurable goals. If you need to make $83,333 per month, are you on track by the end of each month? If not, what adjustments do you need to make? Successful entrepreneurs don't wait until the end of the year to check their results. They analyze their numbers daily, weekly, and monthly to ensure they're hitting their targets. If something isn't working, they pivot and try a new approach immediately. One of the most powerful tools for progress tracking is a financial growth journal. Write down your income, your wins, your losses, and the lessons you're learning along the way. This helps you stay accountable and ensures that you don't repeat the same mistakes. When you can look back and see where you improved, what worked and what didn't, you gain a clear understanding of how to optimize your efforts. Your business and income strategies also need constant evaluation. If you are selling a product or service, are you consistently improving it? Are you adjusting your marketing based on customer feedback? Many businesses fail because they keep using outdated methods without adapting to changing market trends. The world moves fast, and those who succeed are the ones who track industry shifts and pivot their strategies accordingly. The ability to adapt quickly is one of the biggest factors in financial success. Millionaires don't get stuck in one way of thinking. If a strategy isn't working, they adjust fast instead of wasting months on something that isn't producing results. If an income stream is not growing as expected, they experiment with new tactics. If a marketing method isn't bringing in sales, they refine their approach. The key is to stay flexible while staying focused on the big goal. Tracking progress also applies to skill development. If you want to accelerate your income, you must continuously improve your knowledge and abilities. Are you learning new financial strategies? Are you upgrading your sales skills? Are you becoming better at managing money? What gets measured gets improved. If you track your progress in skill building, you'll always be ahead of the competition. One critical factor that most people overlook is mindset tracking. Your thoughts and beliefs control your actions. If you constantly feel doubt, fear, or hesitation, your financial results will suffer. Track your mindset by writing down limiting beliefs that arise and actively replacing them with powerful affirmations. Successful people stay conscious of their self-talk and keep their mindset aligned with growth, confidence, and financial success. Another key element is accountability. Many people set big financial goals, but give up because no one is holding them responsible. The most effective way to stay on track is to find a mentor, a business coach, or a mastermind group that keeps you accountable. When you share your financial goals with the right people and regularly report your progress, you become more committed to achieving success. Accountability forces you to stay disciplined and push through challenges instead of making excuses. Lastly, celebrating small wins is an essential part of tracking progress. Many people get discouraged because they focus only on how far they have left to go, instead of recognizing how much they have already achieved. Every milestone, whether it's your first $10,000, your first successful investment, or your first big business deal, should be acknowledged and used as motivation to keep pushing forward. Recognizing progress keeps your energy high and reinforces the belief that success is happening. Success is a combination of constant tracking, smart adjustments, and relentless action. If you're not monitoring your financial journey, you're moving blindly. But when you track your progress, analyze your numbers, measure your skill development, adjust your strategies, and stay accountable, you guarantee your success. The difference between those who struggle financially and those who achieve millionaire status in 1 year is who pays attention to their progress and adapts fast. Starting today, set up a system to track your finances, monitor your skill growth, review your business strategies, and keep yourself accountable. Success is not a guessing game, it's a measured, strategic, and intentional process. Stay committed to tracking and adapting, and your journey to $1 million will not only be possible, it will be inevitable. Everything you need to become a millionaire in 1 year has been laid out before you. The strategies, the mindset, the financial principles, it's all here. But the truth is, none of it matters unless you take action. Knowledge alone won't make you rich. Execution will. The difference between people who dream about financial freedom and those who actually achieve it comes down to one thing: who takes the first step and who keeps making excuses. Right now, you stand at a crossroads. You can either walk away, go back to life as usual, and hope that someday things magically change. Or you can make a decision, a real, unshakable decision, that today is the day you take control of your financial future. The people who succeed don't wait for the perfect moment, because they know it will never come. They don't let fear, doubt, or uncertainty hold them back. They move forward despite the fear. Becoming a millionaire in 1 year is not just about making more money. It's about becoming the kind of person who attracts wealth, manages it wisely, and multiplies it continuously. It's about developing the skills, discipline, and mindset that will not only make you rich, but will keep you rich for life. Look back at everything we've covered. You now understand the power of making a real decision and setting a clear financial goal with a structured plan. You know the importance of developing high-income skills and mastering your time like a millionaire. You've learned the strategy of creating multiple income streams, leveraging smart investments, and using automation to accelerate wealth. You now see the value of building a strong network, finding mentors, and surrounding yourself with the right people. You understand the absolute necessity of financial discipline, tracking progress, and adapting your strategies quickly. But understanding is not enough. You must act. Success is not reserved for the lucky, it's reserved for the relentless, the disciplined, and the ones who refuse to accept anything less than greatness. If you commit to these principles, if you execute consistently, and if you refuse to quit when things get tough, nothing will stop you. 1 year from now, your life will look completely different. Imagine yourself 365 days from today. Picture waking up, checking your bank account, and seeing that your net worth has skyrocketed. Imagine the freedom of knowing that you no longer have to trade your time for money. Picture yourself living life on your own terms, traveling when you want, taking care of your family, and finally achieving the financial success you've always wanted. That future is possible. That future is waiting for you. But the only way to get there is to start right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Your millionaire journey starts with the next decision you make. Will you be the person who keeps waiting, or will you be the person who takes charge and turns your vision into reality? The answer is in your hands. Start today. Stay committed. And a year from now, you won't just be dreaming about success. You'll be living it.